Hi everyone, it's Phil from WritingBasics.com, and today I'm going to kickstart my major plots video. If you watched the introduction, you know I'm going to have a series of videos, and I'm going to introduce each of the major plots that you can utilize for your stories. And today we're going to start off with the quest plot. Quest plot's one of the more famous plots. It's utilized quite a bit, and you have some really amazing stories that utilize the plot. Like there's the Wizard of Oz is a quest plot, and so is the Grapes of Wrath, a great novel. So definitely it's a plot that many folks utilize, and as a writer you should familiarize yourself with the quest plot before engaging in writing a story. Some of the major things about a quest plot: number one, your main character is searching for a person, place, or thing. So your story is centered around the search, quest. And usually in a quest plot you have a lot of movement, a lot of shifting of the main character around. You don't normally see quest plots that happen in one locale. For instance, if your main character's living out of Baltimore, something comes up and now he or she is being moved around. The more you move the person around, the better. However, make sure that it isn't random movement, that there is some kind of structure behind it. The character, for instance, finds out that his long-lost girlfriend was seen in Paris, France, right? And so now your character is motivated to go to Paris, France. So you want to move the character around. You want to make it look like it's kind of random, happening at random, but it's far from random. There's a structure to it. And also, another important point is that you want to move your character around, but eventually you want to go full circle and return him or her back to the original location. That seems to be a popular element of the quest plot. You always have the character kind of moving around but ending up back at the same place. The other thing about a quest plot that is very important is to remember that your character, your main character, changes. The person at the end is not the same person who began the quest. So that quest plot really teaches your main character something. We're going to talk about the maturation plot and the transformation plot later on, but it's kind of similar. Your character is growing, and at the end your character is a lot wiser than he or she is at the beginning. So definitely important to keep that element in the quest plot. Another very important thing, when you're starting off a quest plot, there's usually, there is an event that sets your character off into this quest. You don't just have somebody, Bill, lying down in bed and then all of a sudden saying, hey, you know what, I'm going to go and look for my long lost Mary. There's usually something that triggers it, an event, something that propels the person to go on and do this search. It could be that the economy just crashed and now I'm searching for a better place to live. I'm going to take my family and move them along. Or it could be something supernatural. You get sucked up into a vortex and you go somewhere unusual, and now your quest is to get back home. So an event is what triggers your quest plot. In a previous video I mentioned the major characters that you should have in any good story. I want you to, or I'm asking you, you should probably go back and review it. It's the one that talks about, you have a helper, you have a guardian, you have a sidekick, an emotional character. Go and look back at that and familiarize yourself with the different characters. And the reason I bring that up right now is that in a quest plot, two very important characters are the sidekick. You don't just want to have your character go off on this quest by himself or herself, for different reasons. One, namely, is that you want to have a soundboard, someone to throw ideas back and forth. Otherwise, you can find yourself finding it very difficult to move your story along. So definitely having sidekicks is very important. Another thing important with the quest plot is you want to have a guardian, somebody who knows a lot about the thing that your character is searching for. You know, and along this, as the story progresses, you want this person to go out there and actually provide some nuggets that brings the character closer to what he or she is looking for. And in the end, you want to make sure that there's a firm revelation as to conclude the quest. And it doesn't always end in the character finding the thing he or she is looking for. It could be the very opposite, you know, but you know, maybe the character finds out that there isn't anything, that there isn't any utopia at the end, you know, or maybe your character finds her way back home. So definitely having that revelation at the end of your quest plot, extremely important. And that's about it. And next time we're going to talk about the adventure plot. So I hope you join me, and thank you. Bye-bye.